Josh Allen. Josh, so good to have you with us. My personal favorite moment was when you gave your mom the game ball, but I'm a sucker for things like that. Everyone else was more impressed by the touchdowns. So good to have you here. Couple things I want to talk to you about. So your coach, Sean McDermott, said you have ice water in your veins. Then I'm seeing on Twitter that you should be the MVP through the first 2 games, you and Russell Wilson. How confident are you in yourself and in your team in your 3rd year?
Well, I mean, thanks for having me on first off here. But, you know, it's 2 weeks in, and I don't want to jump the horse on anything and get in front of anything. You know, we're just trying to do our job over here in Buffalo, and we got a lot of guys that are true professionals that are working hard. Coach McDermott's leading us in the right direction, and really just trying to follow what he's got in store for us. So just trying to do our job, and, you know, the first 2 weeks have been good. We've been executing at a pretty high level. But we know who we got coming in on Sunday, a very good Rams team with some playmakers on defense that we got to be ready for. So that's really what we're focusing on right now.
Josh, thanks for joining us, and congratulations so far early in the season on an excellent 2 games. Whenever a big, young, strong, athletic quarterback with a big arm comes into the league, you see that he has potential. But the real question is, will he develop? Will he be accurate down the field? And last year I watched it and I said, okay, I think the jury's out on him. Obviously he's confident. He has a big arm. He's big, strong, and athletic. His team seems to believe in him. But I need to see this guy accurate down the field, which is what you've been so far this year. What has the difference been? Obviously, Stefon Diggs now, but what's the difference been for you this year where so far it seems like you've taken that next step?
I mean, I think one thing is the familiarity with the offense, understanding my protection, knowing where my hot answers are, knowing where I'm not protected, and just trying to get out of bad plays. 2, you throw that in with a guy like bringing in Stefon. You got guys like John and Cole and a rookie and Gabe Davis that work their tails off in practice. So our timing right now has been fantastic, and it's credit to those guys that are working hard and running full speed in practice. And then you look at our 5 guys up front. You know, the time that I had to throw the last couple of weeks has been great, and you know, it's been a full team effort. It takes 11 guys on the field to produce good results, and that's what we're seeing right now. But we got to continue to learn. You know, a lot of things that we could have had yesterday could have been a lot smoother. You know, we'll look at the film today and we'll learn. And like I said, on to the Rams this next week.
Josh, definitely impressed with what I'm seeing from you, my man. Congratulations. These first 2 games, you complete about 70% of your passes, 6 touchdowns, not a single interception. Very impressive. That's the good side. The bad side is that it was against Miami and the Jets, but that's a different subject for another day. We all know when we look at the Buffalo Bills what you're going to get judged by, whether or not you guys are ready to knock off and dethrone the perennial AFC East champion, New England Patriots. I want to know what the team's mindset is when it comes to that. And also with you, I want to know whether or not you think you need to run the football a little bit more. You've got some wheels on you, and when you run the football effectively, that does a lot of things for your offense. Talk to me about that.
Yeah, one, I just want to start off with, I'm going to do anything that requires us to win a football game, and do anything in my power to help us be put in a position to win a football game. 2, like we said, our team goal is to win a Super Bowl. And I think the best way to do that is to win our division and allow ourselves to have a home field or at least a home game in the playoffs. And I think, you know, Coach McDermott preaches playoff caliber, and that's kind of our standard around here. And, again, nothing's changed. I think every year, every team is thinking, you know, let's get to the playoffs, let's win the Super Bowl, and it's no different for us. But we understand what's at stake here, and we understand that having a home playoff game really sets yourself up for some good success.
Josh, you said you'll do what it takes. I want to show some video right now because you were just trucking folks, running through defenders. I think it was in the 2nd quarter. You chose not to slide. All right, here it is. Just give me the mindset when you're doing that, beast mode.
Yeah, I mean, it was 3rd down. I was trying to make a play. You know, I think it was kind of in a 2-minute situation where just trying to extend our chance to score. And the ref kind of blew the whistle a little early there, but the ball came out. But you know, I got to still end up with the ball at the end of the day. So one of those ones where maybe I should have gotten down or thrown it away. But again, I love the game of football. I love everything about it. And if it asked me to put my body in line for my teammates, I'm all in for that.
Josh, that's what I wanted to ask you about, the decision-making there. Because as a fan, you watch, and Bills fans are going, yeah, I want that first down. Ooh, and you love to see your big, strong quarterback truck a defensive player. That's awesome. At the same time, when you don't get down, you risk injury, obviously. How do you balance that? How do you make that decision? If you had to make that play again, would you do it that way, or should you have gotten down?
I would have done it the exact same way. And I think that being a younger quarterback that can move a little bit with my frame, I think that, picking and choosing your battles obviously is the smart thing to do. And doing that once a game, maybe once every other game, where you just want to let your team know, like, you're here to win at all costs. And that's been kind of my MO for the longest that I can remember. I'm very highly competitive. And like I said, I'm going to do anything that allows our team to be put in position to win a football game.
Josh, watching from afar, watching it on television, I've been incredibly proud with the NBA and now the NFL in terms of the players, the coaches, everybody participating under the conditions with which you guys have to compete. Watching it on television, it's not a significant drop-off in terms of the experience that we're getting from watching it on television, but being live, obviously being on the field, competing. Could you talk to us about how much different is it for you to be out on that field without fans, or at least a packed house in attendance like we've seen at so many of these stadiums thus far in this NFL season? What has that been like for you guys?
Well, fortunate enough for us, Miami did have some fans, and my parents were able to be a part of that. But I'll tell you what, Bills Mafia travels very well. I would say about 50% of the fans in the stadium yesterday were Bills Mafia. And, it didn't get super loud, but you could still feel the energy and the juice and the excitement that our fans bring. But when we do play at home, it is a little different. Going back to week 1 against the Jets, they had the touchdown pass. And if you weren't watching the game, you wouldn't have known they scored. I had a couple guys look at me and just ask me, did they just score? So it's definitely different. It's something that's going to take some adjustment and getting used to, and hopefully we can get some fans back in our stadium here before too long.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.